Hello there, everyone, and welcome to TVS Nightline tonight. Here with me, Cheryl Shamina, and let's get to the headlines. Now, on a top headlining story today, the people are reminded to continue maintaining unity for development. Now, the Yang di-Pertuan Negeri Sarawak Tun Pehin Sri Abdul Baik Mahmud also urged Sarawakians to maintain religious traditions as it symbolizes the unity of the people in Sarawak. These traits made the people of Sarawak work together to build prosperity, an element that has been present for a long time. Through different creeds and races, a harmonious community can be garnered despite the differences. In addition, the peace and harmony of the people will ensure the continuation towards the development of the state. Meanwhile, the people have been called upon to look forward to the Christmas season to renew relationships. Yang di-Pertuan Negeri Sarawak Tun Pehin Sri Abdul Baik Mahmud said he looks forward to seeing all Malaysians, particularly the Christian community, celebrating Christmas and welcoming the New Year together. Right. Now, a call on Malaysians to turn the community's racial and religious diversity into the strength to further build the country. In a special message in conjunction with the Christmas celebration, Prime Minister Tan Sri Muhydin Yassin expressed his gratefulness as every festival in the country could be celebrated in peace and harmony. Muhydin said the harmonious relationship between the Christian and Muslim communities could be seen in the history of Andalusia once upon a time.
Keharmonian dan hubungan baik antara masyarakat pelbagai agama dan budaya pada ketika itu telah mendorong Andalusia mencipta kemajuan dalam pelbagai bidang.
With the ongoing Covid19 pandemic, the Prime Minister said this year's Christmas celebration would not be as merry as before, as house-to-house visits by family members and friends would be limited, while open houses should be held in moderation. He added that this year's Christmas celebration is very different because the country is still being tested with the Covid19 pandemic.
Nasihat saya, demi kepentingan dan kebaikan bersama, kita sambutlah secara sederhana perayaan Hari Natal kali ini dengan mematuhi garis panduan ataupun SOP yang ditetapkan. Patuhilah prosedur pengambilan suhu badan, jaga penjarakan fizikal dan tidak perlulah bersalaman. Cukuplah sekadar tunduk dan letak tangan di dada sebagai tanda hormat.
On to our next news. Bribes can come in many forms. Bribes can come in the form of money, gifts, or assets. Without integrity, individuals or parties involved with bribery will not carry out their duties as mandated. Bribery will result in the violation of processes and procedures that have been set. This also includes all affairs in the community, education, government agencies and businesses. Therefore, the State Unit for Integrity and Ombudsman at the Chief Minister's Department was established to ensure that civil servants don't get involved in any bribery. According to its minister, Dato' Talib Zulkifli, Union is always committed to cooperating with all in waging the war against bribery.
Kami mempunyai jawatan kuasa yang termasuk SPRM. Kami bekerjasama dengan pihak SPRM, pihak polis dan pihak-pihak penguatkuasaan yang lain.
Involved with bribery proves there is no honesty and integrity in carrying out duties. Talib stressed that only individuals with integrity could avoid themselves from being involved in corruption.
Yang kita ketahui di mana-mana saja apabila tahap integriti tinggi, tahap rasuah turun. Itu semua telah terbukti di mana-mana di dunia. Integriti tinggi, rasuah turun.
The awarding of an International Anti-Corruption Award to Union has proven its commitment in the fight against corruption. Now, following the same news, the Malaysian Anti-Corruption Commission, or MACC, is serious and looking into the message titled Conspiracy and Corruption Scandals in Malaysia that went viral on WhatsApp. MACC in a statement denied the allegations, which are merely slander. Using the name of Muhammad Fauzan Jamil, MACC has contacted the number on display. However, the person name denied any knowledge whatsoever. Following this, the person name will lodge a police report regarding the matter. The MACC statement also said the message was made to purposefully slander its image and hope that the Royal Malaysia Police will launch an investigation on the matter. Hello there, everyone, and welcome back. Now, the new Covid-19 mutation A701V, which was detected in the Benteng LD cluster in Sabah, has passed on to the vast majority of third-wave clusters. The third-wave clusters have covered in Peninsular Malaysia and Sabah. Health Director General Tan Sri Dr. Noor Hisham Abdullah said the mutation was first found among 22 SARS-CoV-2 sequences. Among the third-wave clusters that have been sequenced are Teratai, Benteng LD third generation, Damanlela construction site, Perigi, Selassie, Sagoking, Tenaga, Kasih, Bah Ketil, Bukit and Kaya clusters. Dr. Noor Hisham added the prevalence of A701V among cases in the third wave is 85%, whereas D614G is 100%. Meanwhile, globally, South Africa, Australia, Netherlands and England also reported A701V at about the same time as Malaysia. The Ministry of Health, or MOH, clarified that it has taken all important measures in anticipating several projections made by various international organizations following the COVID-19 pandemic situation in Malaysia. Its minister, Datuk Seri Dr. Adam Baba, in a statement today said, in the early phases of the pandemic, JP Morgan and the Malaysian Institute of Economic Research predicted that the number of COVID-19 cases by mid-April would increase between 5,000 and 8,000 cumulatively. Reviewing the matter, he said various public health interventions had been carried out, resulting in lower numbers compared to the predictions by these organizations. But in reality, the number of cases reported was only 4,987. According to Adam, the situation in Malaysia is still under control. Meanwhile, the MOH has enhanced and put in place various public health interventions and ensuring hospital preparedness in anticipating increasing number of cases as predicted by IHME. Now on to the tourism sector. The Sarawak Tourism Board, or STB, is going all out with its domestic tourism campaign, while staying vigilant in view of the COVID-19 pandemic. STB Chairman Dennis Ngau said STB was keen to ignite the local tourism industry alive with vibrant activities. Dennis, who is also Talang Usan Assemblyman, also expressed his full support towards succeeding a domestic tourism program of an STB-initiated program, Siasito Sarawak. He added that the program had given positive impacts to the local tourism industry and that he was looking forward to the second edition next year. Therefore, all local tourism stakeholders were called to continue working together with STB to further explore tourist attractions throughout the state. Meanwhile, during the pandemic, this augurs well for the local tourism industry as many people have turned to domestic tourism. Now, in the effort to breathe new life to the domestic tourism sector, including the hotel industry, more tourism packages will be created. According to Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Tourism, Arts and Culture, Hee Chang-ki, the ministry's initiatives for the said sector will be announced soon. According to head of Selangor Criminal Investigation Department, Dato' Fazil Ahmad, the shots were fired by police after the suspects in a car of Perodua Axia make ran over a food delivery rider during the chase. All four suspects escaped after committing a robbery in a housing area. Shots were also fired to save the delivery rider, and all four suspects died following the shooting. Investigations show that the group were already being traced by the police, with at least 50 robberies linked to them since early this year. They were known to be active around Selangor. Further investigations regarding the cases are still being carried out, including identifying whether there are still other remaining gang members in the robbery. Now on to crime development in Selangor. 4 suspected robbers were shot dead when police were forced to fire on them after they ran over a food delivery rider twice while fleeing. According to head of Selangor Criminal Investigation Department, Dato' Fazil Ahmad, the shots were fired by police after the suspects in a car of Perodua Axia make ran over a food delivery rider during the chase. All 4 suspects escaped after committing a robbery in a housing area. Shots were also fired to save the delivery rider, and all 4 suspects died following the shooting. Investigations show that the group were already being traced by the police, with at least 50 robberies linked to them since early this year. They were known to be active around Selangor. Further investigations regarding the cases are still being carried out, including identifying whether there are still other remaining gang members in the robbery. Welcome back. Now, a good news for rural folks, as the government is undertaking an initiative to expand internet coverage, particularly to the rural areas of Sarawak. Assistant Minister of Urban Development and Resources, Dato' Lentale Saleh, established the prepaid satellite pioneer project broadband Wi-Fi internet at Rumah Gani Ikom in Sarike.
To give it a head start, an airtime period amounting to 3,000 ringgit has been allocated. Len Talif, who is also Kuala Rajang State Assemblyman, will carry out efforts to obtain a larger provision from the state government in the expansion of the project throughout the entire Kuala Rajang area. Residents around the area are expected to benefit from the facility, as well as getting a reliable source of information from the platform as a global medium of communication.
Now, most of us are fortunate enough to be able to celebrate Christmas and enjoy the holiday with family. However, due to strict restrictions in the fight against COVID-19, some were forced to celebrate Christmas alone at the quarantine hotels during their self-quarantine period. Now, let's dive into what these individuals have to say while making the most out of this celebration.
Quarantine in a hotel in Kuching after arriving from Kuala Lumpur, Leslie John thinks Christmas this time is indeed special. Accompanied by his favorite guitar, he will sing a Christmas song to simmer the feelings of homesickness.
Saya masih lagi di quarantine sejak saya balik daripada KL 21 hari bulan yang lepas. Ingatkan nak balik cuti tapi sampai-sampai kena quarantine. But never mind, mungkin tahun ni special sikit, kita sambut Christmas di hotel. So, kepada semua yang menyambut Christmas, and have a blessed Christmas and Happy New Year. So guys, stay safe, stay strong, and have a nice day.
Meanwhile, another local who had to undergo quarantine in Singapore told TVS that the friendly hotel staff brought warmth during her Christmas season.
I feel very weird celebrating something all by myself, but the hotel made an effort knowing that it is difficult celebrating Christmas alone. They served food that was off the menu and served a decorated cake. I wish all my friends and family a Merry Christmas in Sarawak. I love you guys.
As we look into the next update, although he could not celebrate Christmas with his beloved ones, national sprinter Nixon Kennedy is still grateful because he can still enjoy this season with his brothers and sisters in West Malaysia.
Siapat balik perasaan jam CBS lah. Sebab siapat balik kampung, dapat jumpa family apa semua lah. Christmas tahun tu jam berpuas hati sikit je lah sebab siapat balik ke dapat jumpa abang kat situ je lah. Tahun depan mudah-mudahan dapat balik untuk gawai ya, untuk merayakan perayaan gawai.
Nixon said this when contacted by TVS on Friday. Commenting further, he is now focusing on his training to qualify for the Tokyo Olympics next year. Despite having to celebrate the occasion in the new normal, his Christmas spirit is never broken as he rejoices in the celebration. Meanwhile, here are some Christmas greetings from national athletes who have made Sarawak and our nation proud.
Hai, saya Nixon Kennedy, atlet sprinter negara, ingin mengucapkan selamat menyambut Hari Christmas kepada semua umat Kristian.
Hey guys, my name is Abigail. I hope you guys have a happy Merry Christmas.
Hai, nama saya Jonathan Yepa, atlet olahraga kebangsaan. Saya ingin mengambil kesempatan ini untuk mengucapkan selamat menyambut Hari Christmas kepada rakan-rakan yang beragama Kristian, dan saya juga ingin mengambil kesempatan ini untuk mengucapkan selamat menyambut Tahun Baru 2021 kepada kita semua. Semoga Tahun Baru 2021 ini membawa banyak berkat kepada kita dan kita selalu dilindungi selalu. Terima kasih.
Now, CSR Corporate Social Responsibility Program, TVS Muhydin, continues. This time, the contribution was made to 2 non-government NGO bodies.
According to a statement, even though the assistance provided is still not enough to meet their full needs, however, TVS is still dedicated to helping by contributing basic needs goods. Through this move, it is hoped that this will influence more people to participate and contribute. The 2 NGOs involved this time are the Kuching Autistic Association and the Sarawak Society for Prevention Against Cruelty to Animals.
During this season of giving, we try our best to be charitable, to spread kindness, to spread compassion to everyone. So we start small, but we hope that TVS Muhydin will grow and we will donate more in the future.
Now, this holiday season could have been a lot more different were it not for the efforts of our Covid-19 frontliners. They have risked their lives waging the war against the virus so that this Christmas we can enjoy being in the company of our loved ones.
In a special tribute video posted on Sarawak Local Government and Housing Minister Dr. Sim Kui Hian's Facebook page, he said the government will always be present to support and reassure our frontliners.
Sometimes for us, right, we take the necessary precaution, but we also want to go down to reassure the frontliners that we understand that you put your life at risk, and we want to be there to show the support.
Although Sarawak is fortunate indeed to have the State Disaster Management Committee, which have handled the pandemic well through planning and policies, it could not have been done without the frontliners fighting the battles. This was evident in the implementation of the Enhanced Movement Control Order in Kampung Haji Baki back in November.
Doktor dan polis pun semua jalan keluar semua ditutup untuk orang yang ke dalam sini dijaga dengan baik. Makan semua cukup dibagi.
Semua AMI rela banyak bantu jaga-jaga jalan-jalan tikus supaya orang tidak masuk dan tidak keluar. Memang kerjaan jaga kita dengan baik.
However, the single most important factor in maintaining the green status of Sarawak in the pandemic is the role everyone plays in making sure the COVID-19 virus doesn't spread. And all in all, Sarawakians has been exceptional at following the set standard operating procedures and minimizing the risk of widespread outbreaks.
I think the rakyat, every single one plays a very important role in control COVID-19. From the more simple, each and everyone go grocery shopping, we wear masks, we scan MySejahtera or COVID Trace or community. That is what makes us a hero in controlling COVID-19.
I want to thank all of them who contribute in their own ways. I want them to feel that you as a Sarawakian, these are extraordinary things. And our green status, our 0 cases is because of you, not because of few people.
And that wraps up TVS Nightline for tonight. Here with me, Cheryl Shamina, as we dive into what's going on in Sarawak, its region, and the world. Thank you for joining me and have a good night. Stay safe.